Hey yo, Cool Skeleton 111 here. How y'all doing? Alright, well today we should be finishing up this section of Ace Attorney. Yippee! Because I believe we are on the final part of the trial? Alright, but anyway, are you all ready to get into it? Here we go! And up. Alright, looks like the audio is working. We should be good. So please be aware, there will be some very awkward voice acting. And let me see if I can remember these voices. Woohoo! Alright. February 25th, 2:21 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand? Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But, Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course. The truth.
Lana! No matter what happens, I'll always be your sister.
Kintron, welcome in! How you doing? Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. Yeah. Well, hopefully that goes well for you. Alright, Gant and the fabrication. I worked along Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago, all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Doc convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure.
But, Lana!
If it is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning.
Please, Mr. Wright! You've got to help her! She's sacrificing herself because of me!
What if she's telling the truth?
She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Yeah. This is no time to start second-guessing myself. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Tuck was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day. All because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him.
Lana!
So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago? You say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene?
It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor wood knife was stuck in the victim's body.
What? Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident.
That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement.
You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Doc?
Something like that.
If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Doc was carrying a switchblade knife.
Oh. That was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle.
That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies.
All just to protect me.
Can you read minds or something? So, when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Yes. I broke off the tip of Doc's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the body.
You planted the tip of Doc's knife into the... And then what happened? But why? Why would you do that?
You, of all people, should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
My head isn't that bad. Maybe I ought to ask for the sake of others. When you showed up to the scene,
Where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it was. By Chief Gant's desk.
But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there?
The reason for that is simple.
Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body.
Pieces of the jar? You mean... Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dar committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body.
So, when you first found the body, the jar was already...
Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead, and Doc was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during the struggle.
I see.
What's the matter, Emma? Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that.
Must be a contradiction here somewhere.
Anyway, I committed this crime of fabrication completely alone.
Let me question. No! So you rearranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer?
How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period.
Are you so desperate to hide that fact? You're willing to risk the death sentence?
She's lying. She did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened. In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying.
Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself.
There's no way she could have done it alone.
I've got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction. Alright, I'm gonna save. If they already shattered, how could you... No... That would... Well, actually... So if they were shattered,
How did he write his dying message? I'm gonna try that. It seems weird and absurd, but I'm gonna do it. Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. I think we got it. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction in my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threaten my plan." That's right.
Do you have a problem with that?
It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write this message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. Hold it.
Order! Order!
Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regards to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical. Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we are headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony.
We did it! Yay! Part 2. Jar and message in blood. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. It was dark in the room, and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were smudge, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Are you sure you got them all? Because one of the pieces was hidden in his safe. I'm just gonna do that. Where is it? Huh? Do we not have it anymore? Okay, there. Present Miss Sky. I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece of the jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the chief's safe? But how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it.
But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them.
Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night when Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you.
But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece?
Objection!
I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective.
That may well be. Everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. There. There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Doc downstairs. Besides, even if he...
The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide the fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that?
Wait, I'm not the one in trial here.
Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness.
Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called?
Fabrication of evidence.
Then why would the Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterward, isn't it clear? What happened afterward? Discovering the scene, Lana Sky believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Doc, sparing Emma. And therein lies the reason why Miss Sky became Chief's puppet.
No! I did it on my own! Please, sis! Stop trying to protect the Chief! I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake! No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client.
I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth.
Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap?
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Lana. Maybe right after all.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
So, you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Miss Skye, please testify once more. But... If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But... I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Skye, if you will. I can't.
There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell us.
Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
Alright, the witness may testify once more, for the final time!
Alright, actual crime scene. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Doc were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me move the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma's might be innocent.
Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor sword! You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What? To me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture.
I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana said She gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her then.
Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. I kind of forget what she gave us. Is it the phone? I don't think it is. 'Cause that's a flip phone. Not really meant for pictures. 'Cause there's no camera. No. Not there. I actually forget what she gave us. Oh, this. I bet this. Okay. Take a look at that book. Hey! There's a picture here! Oh. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything.
Lana's picture inserted into the court record.
Mr. Wright! That picture... that piece cut from this vest. Could that be...
The cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe! Hello, one! Welcome in! How you doing? What's this?
This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth. It had fingerprints on it. Whosever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer.
What? Those fingerprints. They're yours, Emma.
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Actual crime scene.
Yippee!
Hold it! Oh. Hold it! Come now, Aji. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Since when did you get back? To Chief Gant! What? Now you want to make me out as the bad guy, too? His son. I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense.
Objection!
I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you've forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of a noose tightening around your own neck.
Oh, thank you, one. Ah, so what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements.
What do you mean?
The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence.
Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence?
No, I don't. But someone does.
Someone?
So, what's your excuse, writer? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt.
Is this true, Mr. Wright?
I show that evidence now. Emma sure to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? I'm gonna save. Because it's letting me. Eventually, we will have to. So I'm gonna hit this. Yes, Your Honor. I do have further evidence. Alright! The time's finally come to show it to him! Those prints have got to be on the chief. Those prints have got to be the chief's.
Now then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
I really don't wanna. But we're gonna have to.
Take that!
It's a piece of leather cloth.
Yes. It's most likely was cut from the victim's vest, near his chest.
What's this? There's a big handprint on it. Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into the sword. Where? Whose fingerprints are on these?
I'm sure Wright has checked. Haven't you?
Well, whose are they?
They're Miss Skies. Miss Emma Skies. Yeah, they might eventually get to that, but as of right now, we're trying to keep Emma from being framed. What? They're mine? So I really did do it.
See, I told you it was conclusive.
Objection!
But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any cloth in my safe. Do you really expect me to believe that?
Objection!
But
Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. You shouldn't have presented that. By presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Skye to Neil Marshall's death.
no.
It appears we have a killer.
No. No! Okay, did we do the wrong thing? In the end, Lana alone was found guilty on all accounts. Oh no, we got the bad ending! We got the bad ending. What? Well, it's a good thing I saved there! Okay, so we cannot show that on all accounts. At least not yet. What? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
What? You lie! Chief Garrett? You opened my safe! I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence.
Well, you just admitted it. Yeah, we should have done that first. I don't know what you're talking about. Haha, Uno reverse. Mr. Wright! Why don't you show them? We found it together!
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest. Notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? Right! That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence! This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department! Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Wright. Hmm? Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer.
I'll tell you what really happened.
Wait! You mean you admit to it?
I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It was then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating her!
I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid.
So you assisted Miss Sky?
I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room.
And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dog convicted.
When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you.
2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe?
But why?
For insurance, of course.
Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work. But it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
You were calculating that far ahead while forging evidence?
What do you take me for? A fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jaw fragment? I ate the most illegible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces.
Objection!
But if you fabricated all that evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar, too?
Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
You mean that piece of cloth?
Come on, Ryder. Cough it up already. I know you haven't.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gant? That you were hiding the cloth you cut in the victim's vest in your safe?
Yes, I admit it. I don't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
First move, Ryder. You should have shown it then, before it was too late.
It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess this up, victory is mine. Okay, I'm gonna save again, because... yeah... Show evidence. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now.
Alright then. Let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
So now we might be able to show it? Because he admitted to having it in a safe? Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh yes. At last you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean? It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. You are as slow on the uptake as ever, were there? What? Think about it. Wright had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright? Do you really know?
Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. No, thank you. Alright, so whose fingerprints are they? Emma Sky's. But she might not be the murderer.
Emma Sky?
What? They're mine?
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
You're really something, Writer. You knew this girl did it all along. And you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
Audit! How could you? You monster!
Miss Sky!
You knew whose fingerprints those were all along. Yet you acted like she really didn't.
Miss Sky, it's not over yet.
What?
I said this trial isn't over yet.
Huh. But I'm afraid it's over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your dog? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer?
Before I do that, there's one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh? And what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
Right?
Chief Gant, you're absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It was Emma Sky, wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about?
I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth. What could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. Would it be the photo? Oh my gosh. There's blood over top his vest. But on the cloth, there isn't any blood. Yeah, exactly. So, we shall present this photo.
Take that!
And what exactly is this supposed to be?
This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out?
Yes! His shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his face, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth! Wait! There's no blood on it!
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time.
No! This is nonsense!
Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Skye? Picked up a unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword?
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they broke on purpose to leave behind a clue and make Lana believe her sister did it.
Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer! It's finally over.
Objection! That was close, Righto. You almost had me. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is legal evidence. Order! What's this nonsense about? Legal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Chief! I'm wrong voice again! Okay. Earlier, hold right over here, concealed in that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Righto? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you?
Your Honor, I do not have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
That's not fair!
Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, also true, I guess. But if it isn't illegal somehow, seems, at last, the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
I did not. True. I admit I refused to present it at one point.
So the evidence is illegal.
Objection!
No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Fish out of water. It's not that I didn't present evidence, that... It's that I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence, which somehow are now applied to this case.
Oh, Archie, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward.
Objection!
You can't. There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not a violation of the law, then do so now.
Do-do-do.
Take that!
Evidence law book. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. Dun dun.
What's this?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth. Nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law.
Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
I found this evidence. I found this piece of evidence myself. Inside your safe. Just still kind of breaking and entering, but... It goes to show... It goes without saying. I do not have approval from the police department.
Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here's the crew of this matter. Crux, crew of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take a look at this picture art.
Objection!
Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented?
That was shown only a few moments ago.
No! He is right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant.
yourself confessed a certain truth.
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest?
Oh, yes. No! It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant! The killer was you!
I knew I felt right of you. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around at the apartment, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Star, then convicted Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman?
Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you gotta help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
I don't know what voice to give him.
He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. The accursed knife. I could have just put it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in going to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous.
He's also wearing gloves.
I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the blood... Then you put the body in my car? You'll be paying maximum for that! It's hard to get bloodstains out of a red car. I'm sorry. I couldn't think of another way to move the body. I broke your trunk. But what's the big deal? That was a sports car that cost me thousands. You make a lot more than us detectives ever will.
Yes.
You will pay one way or another.
Leave the prosecution's car aside. How? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this?
Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker? I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take.
So, you left the jar fragments and the glove.
Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, were they? Why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me. We're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone.
Yeah.
Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Letty? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
I'm sorry to Devon-Gate. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator, and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you're no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Auntie. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright over here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning.
Arrest him. There are two things I want you to understand.
Yes.
First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Tim and Gan betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky? You no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence, up until today.
So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble.
My. What high standards you have. Oh, rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Miss Sky.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing.
Liar.
I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all, and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it! I only did my job. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is still that you acted as his accomplice. The trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains.
Well, this trial has gone on for far too long already. Regarding the charge of the murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty!
Yay!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit.
No! That's not it. Just now, after the trial ended, I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well. You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Oh no. No, wait, Gumshoe.
Oh, guess I am. No, come back later.
No! Wait, Detective Gumshoe. What is it? Ah!
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run around while on duty. And on top of it, you call me here? I've seen happy people at the funerals.
How many times has he said this?
Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh! Are you here because of my sister again?
Nope. Not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
Lana! Should you be doing this?
She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell you. I won't tell if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, 2 years ago. Was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in all this mess. Sis! I asked Can to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. Now, I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But, sis! You were only doing it for me! No. I turned my back on you that day. I was hiding what I believed to be the truth. I was deceiving you. Sis! I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. Sis!
You don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis. Always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh, Emma. Emma.
Aww. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. Duh. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up.
Mr. Wright. Mr. Gumshoe.
Me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
Where was he hiding?
I just came to say... Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Well, I'll be going now.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Not only that, but if I don't even trust myself anymore, Chief Gant was right. You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go to know. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. In order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now.
But Edgeworth,
Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. And that's why I can't continue as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Demon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both
the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true. But think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that would otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? What? Yeah. What is this? A pop quiz?
Come on now, Mr. Wright. Show me what Lana's talking about.
Evidence, huh? I'm gonna say real quick. Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. You know, I'm thinking it might be the evidence list. Wherever that is. This. Because we both had halves of it.
That's the picture I drew.
Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Apart, we couldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's time for me to go.
Mr. Edgeworth!
You'll excuse me. There's still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
Edgeworth! What will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you. Or, you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you!
I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, Mr. Wright. But what I face now is my problem.
Edgeworth. I'll be waiting for you in court.
Farewell.
Oh.
I'd better get going too. Okay. But I'll be by to visit you soon.
It seems we both have a lot to do. And catching up to do.
Here. This is just something for you. A scientific investigation. It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will.
And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me,
I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself.
Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal.
What is it, Detective Gumshoe?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about that chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But
I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak around for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
way to go, Detective! I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here's the one who'll be footing the bill.
What?
What? You think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal!
Thank you, Mr. Wright! You're the best!
Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream?
Hey, I got an idea! Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah! That's a great idea! Come on, guys! Let's go!
Objection!
Alright. Since it is the credits, I will be hiding myself, but there's probably gonna be something to read.
I hope she'll be pleased to study under. And as for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I managed to find my way back. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma.
Yikes! I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, never looked my unauthorized in chief's. If we penalized you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily.
My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can't you believe it? I've been demoted. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. Oh, so someday I'm gonna make detective. Yes, sir. Then I could be just like Big Gumshoe. No! Oh my gosh. At least it's not the music. They're really proud of that animation. No! Badger! quick, get him some new batteries.
What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with the steak lunch partner? Miss Star managed to sneak this into me. She's seen one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, looks like you did it. You even gave them bean a backer smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water?
It looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to take the turnabout theme. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been going for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to do, eh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel! Sorry, gotta go!
Nothing soothes the soul like a fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm full-fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin.
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth, I brought your tea. What's this? What's going on?
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Oh, I actually have to open it? Oh.
Oh, so cute.
Oh. And now I shall bring myself back. Okay, can I... There we go. Oh, man. What a sweet ending. But that means we'll get to begin the next part of the trilogy next time. As of right now, I'd say it's a good stopping point. So let us head to the crypt. Alright, well, that was something! Alright, well, I don't think there's anyone to raid at the moment. Yeah, not looking like it. So, with that being said, thank you guys, and I will see all of you next time. Bye-bye!